In winter, snowplows play a critical role in keeping streets and highways clear.
But recently, plows in Iowa have been involved in accidents while doing their job. KTV's Taylor Deckert has more on the recent increase in plow-related crashes.
Most of our plow hits are from people coming up behind us, and they're going way too fast.
On Wednesday, February 12th, alone, there were 15 crashes involving snowplows in Iowa. That's the highest number of those types of crashes in a single day in recent years. That day doubled the DOT's season total crash count from the beginning of winter, now up to 34 snowplow-related accidents. Snowplow crashes have happened in all parts of Iowa this season, but so far, Northwest Iowa has had the fewest. The most recent crash in Northwest Iowa happened on Saturday, February 17th on Highway 20 near Canerum in Calhoun County when a semi-truck ran into a plow.
Because they don't really realize that we're only doing about 35. So they come up on us and they usually hit us in the rear, or they hit the outside tow plow that's deployed, or the wing plow.
Say, for instance, you're driving just like me. Anna Marie, our photographer, is handling the camera safely right now from the passenger seat. And you come across a snowplow. Now, you want to make sure that you have a following distance of about 500 feet. That gives them the space to do their job safely. And they might be going a little slower, especially on a two-lane road like we are on right now. They might be going 35 miles an hour on a 65 or 55 mile an hour road, but that's because there's a lot of dust and things being kicked up, the snow, and it is just going to cause a lot of visual issues.
I wouldn't recommend passing them.
In Iowa, failing to move over or slow down for a snowplow, maintenance, or another emergency vehicle can result in a $100 fine plus surcharges and court costs, and it could lead to the suspension of your license if there's an accident.
Don't crowd us because we're big and we're slow and we're kicking up a lot of snow, and we have a lot of things to do inside that cab, but we're always trying to look out and make sure it's safe for all of us.
In Sioux City, Taylor Deckert, KTVE News 4.
The Iowa DOT has tips to keep in mind the next time you meet a snowplow on the road. Never pass on the shoulder side of a plow. Also, watch for those wing blades that Taylor mentioned. They can be on either side of a plow truck and might be difficult to see in blowing snow. And finally, don't crowd the plow since those trucks have big blind spots and turn and exit the road a lot.